Hello and welcome to Barnsley Metrodome, where we're going to be making the draw for the 2021 Jacks World Series of Darts Finals. I'm Dan Dawson. This is Paul Nicholson, a man who played in the very first World Series event. Normally, Paul, we've got a whole range of World Series events leading up to the finals. Only got the Nordic Masters in this year, but what a tournament it was.
It was spectacular, wasn't it? I was there and so were you, and it was a wonderful spectacle. Of course, it wasn't ideal that Gerwyn Price had to withdraw, but as a result of that, we had Fallon Sherrick against Dimitri Vandenberg in that semi-final, which is a game that I think nobody will ever forget. And it is, of course, Michael van Gerwen's only victory in 2021.
Yeah, beating Fallon Sherrick in the final. Fantastic game of darts. I'm sure you can find it on the PDC social media. But just to explain how this is going to work, we have 8 seeded players, the guys who competed in Copenhagen, Denmark for the Nordic Masters. They're the seeded players and they're in the draw bracket already in seeding order. We're going to go down it from top to bottom, starting with the top seed, Michael van Gerwen, ending with the number 6 seed, Peter Rice. And we're drawing the 2 players who will meet in round 1. So the winner of that round 1 match goes through to face that seeded player. We've got 16 balls here. Paul here has checked them all. Would you care to stick them in there and give them a good swizz around? So as I say, the seeded players we have, Michael van Gerwen, then it's Madders Razma, number 8 seed. We've got Johnny Clayton, followed by Gerwyn Price. Same little quarter of the draw, the 2 Welshmen there. Fallon Sherrick, number 2 seed, by virtue of reaching the final in Copenhagen. Gary Anderson, number 7. Dimitri Vandenberg, who won here today on the Pro Tour at Barnsley Metrodome. And then Peter Snakebite Wright. Now, they're all in there. Give them a little swirl around, Paul. We may as well. 16 unseeded players. We've got the next 4 off the order of merit who hadn't qualified. We have 4 Dutch players who are going to be competing in Amsterdam. We had a qualifier here in Barnsley where 4 more players came through, and then 4 invites with John Henderson, the World Cup winner, the number 1s from Poland and Germany, and Christoph Ratajski and Gabriel Clemens, and Dave Chisnell, the English number 2, who's playing some very good stuff here today. Right, ready to get going?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're going to pick out the first 2 balls to play the number 1 seed, mighty Michael van Gerwen.
Number 15.
Number 15 is Mike Kuyvenhoven. Played some incredible stuff here last night in the qualifiers. And Mike Kuyvenhoven in the first round is going to play...
Number 14.
It is Big Hendo, Big John Henderson versus Mike Kuyvenhoven for the right to face Michael van Gerwen. Right, moving on to Madders Razma.
Number 1.
He will face either James Wade or...
That is number 9.
Number 9, that is Mervyn King. James Wade versus Mervyn King. We have seen that one before in a TV final, of course, the Masters famously. Now to play Johnny Clayton.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Nathan Aspinall. Played incredibly at the weekend at the European Championship. Hit a 9-darter here in Barnsley today as well. Average 113 in that game. Lost it.
Number 11.
Number 11 is Vincent van der Voort, one of the Dutch contingent. So it's Aspinall versus van der Voort to play Johnny Clayton. Now to play Gerwyn Price, the world number 1 and world champion.
Unlucky for some, number 13.
Number 13 is Jeffrey de Zwaan, another one of the Dutch contingent who's been out of form for a little while but threw some decent stuff today.
Number 8.
Number 8 is Dirk van Dijvenbode, the former Grand Prix finalist, a man who's won his first title on the PDC Tour this year. It is Dirk van Dijvenbode versus Jeffrey de Zwaan, all Dutch clash, to face Gerwyn Price. Now, the next one into the other half of the draw, and it is Fallon Sherrick.
That one is number 6.
Number 6 is the Polish number 1, Christoph Ratajski. He will play in round 1.
Number 10.
Another one of the invites, it is Gabriel Clemens, the top players from Poland and Germany going head-to-head for the right to face Fallon Sherrick. Now to face Gary Anderson, the number 7 seed.
Number 16.
Number 16 is Niels Zonneveld, one of the guys who came through the qualifiers. He will take on...
Number 5.
Dave Chizzy Chisnell. Zonneveld versus Chisnell for the right to face Gary Anderson. Now, into the section of the draw with Dimitri Vandenberg, the number 3 seed in Amsterdam.
Number 2.
José de Souza, the Grand Slam champion. This already looks a very tasty bit of the draw.
Number 7.
Number 7 is Danny Noppert. My word. Danny Noppert, who has been in scintillating form for the last few weeks. Danny Noppert versus Jose de Sousa, with the winner taking on Dimitri van den Berg. That brings us to our final little bit of the draw. Peter Wright will face the winner of the final first round match.
Number 12.
Number 12 is Kim Huybrechts. Came through the qualifiers here last night. He reached a semi-final here today.
Last ball, number 4.
And number 4 is Michael Smith, the bully boy, the multiple major finalist. Right, Paul, I think there's an obvious section of the draw there with Dimitri van den Berg against either Jose de Sousa or Danny Noppert. But is there anything else that sticks out to you, or is that very much where you're looking?
Well, when that one was drawn, you just get drawn to it because you look at the form over the last few months. You've seen what Danny has done since he's come back to the tour after a very tumultuous summer. And you just think that de Sousa, who played some decent stuff today after a sort of quiet period before the European Championship, that one could be explosive.
It could be. Well, look, check out the PDC's social media. We'll have all of this draw confirmed for you. If you do want to watch, then you can do on ITV4 live coverage in the UK via the PDC's broadcast partners worldwide. But you can get tickets if you want to go to the Netherlands and see it from the 29th to 31st of October. Just go to ticketmaster.nl. Thank you very much for drawing the balls, Paul. We will see you in Amsterdam.